sixth graders, I just wanted to show you the next few steps on your watercolor painting. Remember how I said to do the second layer and you see how that showed up as a shadow? It's kind of cool, right? So I'm just going to work a little more on the dog this week. I might start with its eyes before I get too wet around there and then the blue runs into it. Let's see, what other color should I put in there? They look a little, I don't know, green-ish on the edge maybe. Maybe a little bit of brown. There we go. That's a good color, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. Uh-oh. See, I already messed up because there's whites in there, but we'll just kind of go with it. I'm going to go around here. Sorry, my family's kind of chatty in the background. There's a little bit of blue down here. See that? Right here. I could even take a little bit of this darker color and dab it along here to make it just a little darker at the very edges. I'm going to rinse my brush out, and while it's still a little damp, let me go along that edge so it's not quite so sharp. Let's see, and that one needs blended out a little. Kind of like that. All right, I'm going to let that dry for just a second. I'm going to move over to this other eye. Take this blue color we worked with to begin with. Go around this. Along here. There's no white on that side, so that'll help. Okay. And actually, I don't know if you know what hazel eyes are. Some of you probably have hazel eyes, but if you don't, they have kind of like a blue and brown look. And if you look at this eye, I don't know if you can see this, but actually right here, there's a little bit of brown right next to that black. So grab a little brown. I don't know if this is going to be a good idea right now because it's wet. Maybe it'll blend better. I think. Let's see. And I'm going to grab some of that dark color and go around the edge again. Just kind of dabbing on it. All right. I think my kids have officially forgotten that I'm on a video. Dab along the eye. Just like that. Okay, I gotta get some actual black in there. There we go. So now I'm going to go right along this edge. And I'm using a small brush. I don't use very big brushes when I paint, usually. Unless it's a really big area. So I'm going to dab along there. Maybe darken this up just a little more right along there and see how it blends right in because it's a little wet. Here, I'm going to do the same thing. That's drier. Okay, then I'm going to go in and do my highlight. Now, my pupil. So I'm going to come in here, right along here. Remember, you got to leave that highlight in there. So, and I obviously forgot to leave the white part in the eyes last time, didn't I? But in the picture, it's actually not completely white either, so it'll work. Okay, I'm going to go grab a little bit more black so that I can make that part nice and black. Okay. Like that. All right. And then pull that up just a little bit right there. And so my paintbrush is really pointy right now, which is really nice, okay? So now I can get my details in here without having to worry about getting too fuzzy and fluffy. I'm going to go right here next to that brown that I did earlier. Okay, I might even add a little more brown. Uh-oh, I almost forgot to leave my highlight there. Kind of like that. And I'm going to go around the edges again with my black. Blend them out a little up here, across the top neatly. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that out right there. See how that looks? Okay, so that's the next step. I'm just working on these eyes. And actually, I need to get a little more brown in that one spot on that eye because it's completely gone out. So if I do that, how am I going to do this? I dried off my brush pretty good. And I dab it out like that. Let's see. I could add a little bit more blue on this one. I almost wonder if I should add, you know what, I'm going to add a little bit of brown in there just so the eyes kind of match a little bit. Although not every eye and not everything has the same color of eyes, actually. I know a girl from White Cloud who has 2 different colors of eyes. See if you can figure that out. She's got a little boy now with beautiful blue eyes. But I'm not going to tell you who it is. You have to figure that out on your own if you know White Cloud people. So I'm going to add a little bit more shadow up here. And that's actually a little more green than I wanted, but it'll work. A little more shadow in the eyes. A little more here. Okay, you can speed through this video if you feel like you don't want to sit here and listen to me talk constantly. Now I'm going to work on the fur again. So I'm mixing up some more of this brown and black mixture. There. Okay. So in the ear, I like to get kind of the main area done first. I don't want to get it in the purple. I'm just trying to get it watered down a little. There we go, that's better. Water that down. And add a little more of the black color in here. Okay, and then I'm actually going to take a little more black and go along right on the inside of the ear here. Because see how this is darker? Can you see how this is darker on the ear than it is on the face right next to it? So if I add a little bit of black to that, make it super dark on the inside of the ear, then you can totally tell the difference between the two of them. Let's see, it's a little curly. So we'll get a little curl in there. And like this. Okay. More shadow here. Right here. I'm just going to keep working with my shadows and stuff. We had a little accident. I think she fell down the stairs, but she's with her dad. She's fine. All right. It's really got some orangey color in there. Kind of like this, except almost should have made that a little bit less dark. So maybe if I add some brown and stuff in here. Okay, pull this down into here. There we go. And then pull the shadow over above his, it's kind of weird because he has an actual eyebrow. Okay, a little more brown in there. It's getting scratchy, so I add water. All right. Get a little more in there. My kids are so loud today, I'm sorry. I'm getting some hairs in here now that it dried, okay? And I'm gonna grab a little bit of this. It's almost as if they're trying to make noise for your video. I think they wanted you to know they're here. Sorry. Okay, I'm trying to fix this eye so it looks right. So if you notice, it has color that goes all the way to the eye right here. Almost. And it has the whites of the eye. Like that. And this comes down. And then I'll have to go back in and add a little bit more brown there. Okay, so it kind of looks like that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and work on the other eye, and I will start another video here in a little bit to get you moving on the next step. So go ahead and you start with your base color, then you add the shadows, and then like the last thing would be the hair direction and stuff, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more, and then we'll start up again.